Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be asking, should we be believing the Charlotte Tilbury hype? I'm Amelia and I love all things beauty, so please join me and let's get the fun started. I bought two of Charlotte Tilbury's Beautifying Eye Trends, £49, $60, made in Italy, and they've got an 18-month shelf life. It's a bit of a departure for Charlotte Tilbury in the sense that you're not getting packaging that looks like this, or this, remember these, or in fact, her ordinary packaging for the quads. We're getting something that looks a little bit more like the Dior Backstage. This is what the packaging kind of looks like. You've got a window with the colours visible, and then when you open the box, which to be fair is colour coded, whether that's important to you or not, because once you've opened it, that's it. But once you open the box, you've just got this. There's no mirror, there's no fancy packaging. It's not lightweight. I think it's unfair to say it's like a drugstore brand because it doesn't have the same feel. It's nicely finished. It's got the gold logo, but as I said, you don't have the pizzazz of this. However, when I say it's a new departure for Charlotte Tilbury, what she's done is she is basically making them comparable to the Dior Backstage in that they are made for makeup artists as well as lesser mortals like me who basically need visible packaging. So when you're on a shoot, you just need to be able to, oh, where's my green palette? Grab the green palette as opposed to open it and have a look. So there's no mirror, it's functional, and it's not really for people who would rely on a mirror from the actual palette itself. There's a brand new matte and a brand new satin, and then there are 3 shimmers. And I should say that these palettes, even on a cursory glance of the 2 that I've bought, the greeny one and the bluey one, which I'll show you, these palettes are for people who enjoy some level of shimmer in their eyeshadow. There's only one palette, which in fact is the more neutral one, that's only got 3 shimmers. But the rest of them have got more than that in the 9 pan. There are 6 colour stories in 6 different palettes. The first one is Super Neutral, which is very much a cool-based neutral palette with just 3 shimmers. The next one is Sensual Sunset, which is very much a sort of a bronzy, very warm palette. And then there are 2 which are sort of related. One is called Pink Love, which is very, very much pinker than Pillow Talk. You can really see that on the app, how much pinker it is. And then there's Digital Lilac, which is very much lilac and light purple. So if you don't like dark purples and dark burgundies, Digital Lilac is probably worth looking at if you want something that's a bit lighter. Then there are the 2 that I bought. There's Emerald Effect. I will show you the swatches in a bit, which is basically what Charlotte Tilbury calls shades of mint, emerald and olive. And then there's Denim Dimensions, which I was quite pleased with myself because I don't normally go for anything blue at all, but I was very tempted and went for it, which Charlotte Tilbury describes as being shades of slate, cobalt and midnight blues. So they are the 6. As I said, I've gone for the greens and the blues. Greens because I'm really attracted to greens and it's very hard to find a really good green palette. So I was excited about this one because there's lots of variety, which I'll show you shortly. And I went for the blues partly because I'd bought the Makeup by Mario Midnight, what's it called? It's called Ethereal Eyes Moonlight, sorry, not Midnight. And this was described as a kind of neutral, cool palette, but I am like the little boy in The Sixth Sense, in the makeup version of the little boy in The Sixth Sense, in that I see warm tones, because I saw this palette and I thought, oh, how lovely, some warm tones that I can use. But actually what I've ended up using the most is this blue shade here and its little grey brother next door to it. So that's kind of warmed me up for using blues on my brown eyes and my tan complexion. So I thought I'd give it a go. And actually, spoiler alert, I'm wearing a few of the shades. I'm wearing 4 of the shades at the moment, including the navy in the palette as an eyeliner, and I really like it. So we'll go on to the swatches, and so you can have a look. I will be making a separate video with a couple of blue eye looks and a couple of green eye looks for you as well. But let's go on to the swatches so you can have a look, and then we can see whether we think that, or whether I think rather, that these palettes are actual good value for money. Starting from the lightest on the right, we have got a molten satin, and then another molten satin, and then diamond dimension, and then we've got a matte silk, and another matte silk, and the third matte silk, which is that lovely Aegean blue. Then there's the last final three, which are crystal chrome, and then a crystal pop, and then another molten satin. So starting from the lightest on the right, we have got diamond dimension and a matte silk, and then a molten satin, and then another molten satin, that lovely brown, and then crystal chrome and a matte silk. And then we've got two shades of green next to each other. We've got the crystal pop and then the deeper crystal pop, and finally diamond dimension. To help you decide whether these are good value for money, regardless of whether you're attracted to the colour story or whether you're in store and you get to swatch them, I thought it was worth my looking into my own collection and seeing what other £9 palettes I've got and what the prices were, so we could compare. I think that's a worthwhile exercise. The most obvious comparison is the Dior. Now, again, I'm just as a reminder, the Charlotte Tilbury Beautifying Eye Trends are £49, $60. The Dior Backstage, which is made in France as opposed to made in Italy, is £45 and $52. Very similar packaging, no mirror, still a lovely, lovely substantial packaging, but no mirror. The next one is Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is actually one of my personal favourites because it's made in the USA, the quality is really good, and they're $29, £29. There's still a mirror in this one, but that's quite a good comparison because, again, that's got some very good shimmers in and some very good mattes. There's 5 or 6 different colourways in this, so these are always worth considering because, as I said, $29, £29, it's good value. Then Nars. Now this sort of surprised me. This is made in Canada. You get a mirror. It's £41, $49. They do quite a few of these £9. This is the Rising. I quite like it. I'm not mad on it. Then Huda Obsessions. Now Huda has got a mirror. It's £29, $32. Made in China. I really don't get on with this range of Huda. I like her bigger palettes that I know she's no longer going to be doing. I've never got on with this range. I think they're patchy, but it's still a worthwhile comparison because maybe you get on with it and it's quite a bit cheaper. Then onto Charlotte's, comparing them onto Charlotte Tilbury's own range, which I think is also worth doing. Look at this, the Beautyverse palette. So this is the 2023 one. It was £60. The 2024 was £58, so $70. Weirdly, I was really attracted to this palette when I was kind of swatching it in store. I've ended up actually not using it much at all. I didn't think the formulas were that great. So I'm really hoping this new formula is a lot better because it's kind of sat in my drawer looking really pretty. The packaging is breathtakingly beautiful, but I haven't really used it. And then the one that's really worth comparing to is Charlotte Tilbury's own permanent range of quads. Comes with a mirror, but they are £46, $55. So for a few pounds and a few dollars more, you get nine eyeshadows, all with all new formulas. And I have to tell you, the new mattes are a significant improvement on these. Now, I have to say, I've got a lot of these quads and I still wear them and I still enjoy them. I particularly like the Pillow Talk Medium, I like Exaggerize, and the Golden Goddess. They're the 3 that I particularly like. I have got others, but they're the 3 that I wear. I would say I wear the most, particularly Golden Goddess and Exaggerize. However, I've kind of got used to the matte formula, her matte formulas. You know, they've been around for a while and they've been absolutely fine. Trying out the matte formulas of these are far superior. They blend like an absolute dream. So you're definitely getting an upgraded modern formula that is a significant improvement. In terms of the shimmers, as I said, I've not tried them on my eyes enough to say to you, to give you a definitive review. That's going to happen in the next video when I do the eye looks for both the greens and the blues. Well, I should call them by their proper names, which is Emerald Effect and Denim Dimensions. However, what I can say is I've already used 4 of the shades of the Denim dimensions, as well as a cheeky little corner eye with the light one, which is, I think, this crystal chrome, and they have blended like an absolute dream. They've been really, really good. So I don't want to comment on the whole palette because it's happened to me, as I've said, you know, with the Nars it's happened to me, and it's happened to me also with Charlotte Tilbury's Beauty First, where, you know, there's a couple of duds in there that don't blend as well or don't feel as good, and then actually I kind of feel like I've paid for £9 and I'm still not getting value for money because I've got irritated by 1 or 2 or 3 that don't really work. So I want to be able to give you a really honest answer and an honest, my real honest opinion and honest review when it comes to all 9 palettes. So we'll do that in the next video. When I swatched all of them on my arm, some of them needed a bit more of a go, but I also know that when you're swatching, even though I've exfoliated my arm, it's not the same as it going on an eyelid with a little bit of primer and a brush. It's just not the same. So I'm just reserving judgment. From a packaging point of view, I am not annoyed or excised at all by the fact that we've got a clear package. I actually quite like that. I think if you've got a lot of eyeshadow, and I have, then it's quite convenient. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't think the packaging is cheap. I think it's functional and it's practical, and it's made for a slightly different market to the retail market, in that Charlotte Tilbury is making things that makeup artists will find attractive. People don't get excised over the dual packaging, or indeed the Natasha Denona. I mean, she's been doing these for years, these quints. You know, again, you can see you can see what it does inside. So I think that's perfectly practical. The question is, how do we feel about the formulas? And that all will be revealed in my next video, which is the review of the Denim Dimensions and the Emerald Effect palettes. So I will do a couple of eye looks, as I said, for each one, and I will give both palettes a really good testing and really put them through their paces, because I want to be able to help you make a good decision, especially given these are limited edition, and as I said, we're not quite sure how long we've got to take a decision. I'm also interested because I want to know whether I'm going to be tempted with buying a third one, and actually the one that's kind of in my sights but I'm not entirely sure is probably the neutral one, just because another neutral palette, why not? But I'm reserving my own judgment as well. So thank you so much for joining me on this video. I really hope that's been helpful. I do appreciate it very much. Please subscribe. Please give me a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. All the best. Thanks. Bye.